Good evening, I'm Jeff Phillips. Several western communities are on alert tonight as heavy rain falls across the region. Water has also cut a number of local roads. Late yesterday, evacuation orders were issued to more than 100 residents in Cowra, while 11 people were rescued from Kurawatha, from where we begin our coverage.
The Olympic Highway cut 3 kilometres north of Kurawatha. 165 millimetres of rain fell here yesterday morning. Residents say no one was prepared for the wall of water that hit in the afternoon.
We've been here 17 years and never seen any amount of water like we're seeing here behind us now.
The State Emergency Service had to rescue 11 people from around here. Mr Hunt managed to use a restored armoured personnel carrier to rescue his neighbours.
The neighbours across the road here have had water all the way through their house. It's all flooded out. They were stuck there and couldn't get out, but we've managed to drag them out, so they're okay now.
Others were rescued from the roofs of cars and homes. Mr Hunt says there was no time to salvage anything. Stock were left to fend for themselves. A beekeeper lost all his hives. In Cowra, the State Emergency Service issued evacuation orders for 35 properties on Shiverton Road, Back Creek. An evacuation centre was established in town.
Of those 106 people that were asked to evacuate, only one took up the offer there. So those people are actually still in situ, that stay there.
They're now isolated by more than 1 metre of water on nearby roads. Many other roads in the Shire are closed. Floodwaters continue to rise around Cowra. A flood watch is current for the Lachlan Valley, with major flooding expected. The Mandadgery Creek and Ballubula River are expected to reach minor to moderate flood levels. Genya Cole, Win News.
The State Emergency Service has a number of towns on flood watch across the Central West following heavy rain over the past 48 hours. SES units have distributed thousands of sandbags throughout the region in preparation for more rain and likely flooding over the coming days.
When it rains, it pours. 100 millimetres of rain falling in the Oberon catchment overnight. Bathurst was subsequently placed on the SES flood watch. The minor flood warning is set to remain, with more rain expected in the Central West over the next 3 days. The SES says Manildra, Eugowra, Canowindra and towns along the Lachlan and Macquarie rivers are at risk of potential flooding. Certain areas already experiencing the destructive effects of today's heavy downpour.
At Molong this morning, they're filling sandbags for Yeovil and Cumnock in preparation for the flash flooding out there if it occurs. And Lithgow have undertaken some work overnight as well with some sandbagging of identified properties that get affected by flash flooding. So we're trying to be prepared as possible in anticipation of this rainfall when it occurs.
The SES will now concentrate on making sure adequate resources are in place in the event of minor flooding, shipping out 10,000 sandbags to units throughout the region over the past 24 hours.
We've had some significant rain down around West Wyalong, Ungaria area. At the moment there's an issue down there with the local sewage treatment plant. They've got portaloos coming in for the community. That's expected to be in place until at least Monday. We've got a property down there inundated that we know of, but the water is slowly subsiding in that Humbug Creek.
SES units will remain on standby until Sunday afternoon, when the bad weather is set to finally clear. In a disturbing development, the SES have had to respond to a number of hoax calls, not only wasting their time, but valuable resources required for real emergencies. If yesterday's scenes near Cowra are anything to go by, the SES are sure to have their work cut out for them. They're urging people to monitor the latest weather forecasts and warnings in their local area. Emily Brotherton, Win News.